Pioneer fans, welcome to an LIU Post Swim Special. I'm Rick Rossetto. Now we say Swim Special because yes, the season is over. The Pioneers did finish 7th in the NCAA Championships, a program high for the national tournament, but 6-time All-American Carolyn Rademacher, I'll repeat that, 6-time All-American, including a silver medal finish and a bronze medal finish in different individual races and some other great relay finishes as well. Carolyn joins us now. The senior from Eisenhag, Germany is here. Carolyn, first of all, congratulations on a great meet, and thank you for coming out today.
Thank you very much.
So what does it mean? I mean, we know it's hard to be a one-time All-American at pretty much anything. What does it mean for you to be a 6-time All-American?
Well, it was a pretty unbelievable finish. I never expected to even get so many All-American awards. Especially since last year, I didn't even get one award, and I was already ready set up like making it to the national championship. But yeah, it's incredible, and I still can't grasp it myself, really.
Now, 2 years you've been here. You transferred from Florida International. So let's talk a little bit about that. Any adjustments that you had made coming in here, and now that you've basically completed what's been a remarkable kind of run here in Brookville, what has been the biggest transition for you from freshman swimmer to now senior swimmer?
I think the hardest transition was to understand that it is a team where everybody relies on each other. Because coming from Germany, it was an entire individual sport, so it was really, really difficult to make that adjustment and understand that there's more than just you, and that you really have to look out for other people, and that you're responsible is not just to represent yourself, but to represent an entire program and an entire team. And I think that was something that took me very, very long, and just now really concluded, the entire journey. And it's a very, very great thing here, especially. Now,
you had some great runs in the European Junior Championships, obviously, but suffice it to say that you're a 6-time All-Americans. That's the best week you've probably ever had in the pool. Am I right there? Or
yeah, I mean, I've had a really, really long swimming career, and I've had really high peaks and really down lows. But yeah, those two, I would say this week and the European Championships was probably the most impressive week I've had throughout my career. And I never expected to swim as well as I did last week. Not that I didn't believe in myself, but I had a really tough pass. I had an accident, and it took a long time to recover. So I was overwhelmed by the results.
Now, for those of you that don't know the results, you can look them up on LIUPostPioneers.com. Carolyn, a medley specialist. She raced in the individual medleys and the medley relays as well. What was it about, not doing just one discipline, but doing all four, the butterfly, the breaststroke, the backstroke, and the freestyle? What really kind of got you into that, or was that kind of by design that they said, you're going to do all of these things?
Well, I always was very versatile, which is a good thing to have when you swim the individual medleys. And since I'm a long-distance swimmer, I'm really not a sprinter, it's difficult for me to just race for one lap extremely fast. That's not me. I've always been interested in it, but the 400 IM especially is like love-hate relationship. It's very energy-taking or dragging, and it's not so easy to swim. So I don't know. I love it and I hate it at the same time, but I'm good at it. So it takes, you have to basically sprint each stroke for a certain amount of time, and that's more of a mind game than it is of a physical game.
Let's talk about your team makeup, because coming here to what's really at the center of Long Island, if you will, you have you from Germany, Laura Benfeld from Grossandorf, Johanna from Sweden, Megan Brazier from West Vancouver from Canada, Christina Garcia Maurice from Spain, and Sarah Jones is from Wales. Then you have Joyce Quackers from Middle Village and Courtney Delahanty is from New Jersey. So what is that makeup, that camaraderie? It's really more of an international all-stars team in a way. So how have you adjusted to that, going from being on a German squad to being on an international squad as a whole?
Well, you have to be very, very open-minded, and you have to be very understanding that there's cultural differences that you will not understand right away, and that you will not be able to guide in a certain way. So you have to make big adjustments, and you have to kind of be very patient with other people as well. And that's something what I mentioned before, I had trouble doing with that, but there's a team that is so versatile, and that you have to really, make adjustments yourself, and also be very respectful and tolerant. Because people come from different backgrounds, as you mentioned, and they have certain understandings of certain ways, which probably are different from yours. So you really, it's a way of communicating with each other and understanding that there's many differences, but overall, it all comes into a big unity.
Now, you're a senior, so I've got to ask this question. I know you're probably, this is the last thing on your mind. What does the future hold in store for you? Is it going to be back to Germany, more swimming? Are you going to be a swim coach over here in the States, maybe going to broadcasting or some point? I mean, if that's what you want to do, what does the future hold for Carolyn Rademacher?
As of right now, I was very fortunate to get a job in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So once I graduate, I will be going there. I do not know if I want to quit swimming yet. So it's been with me my entire life, and it's part of my identity, so I don't know if I want to give it up yet. And but generally, I would like to stay a little longer in the States, of course, because I built a life here. I lived here for 4 years. I made friends. I learned new things, and I was in the American education system, so it kind of makes sense to apply to the real world here. But I'm very open-minded. I'm going to human resources, so that's the broad picture. And where that's going to happen, I don't know. How long I'm going to be here for, I don't know. And what specific field I'll be in, I don't know.
You're just taking it one day at a time,
yes,
something like
exactly.
that. Well, exactly. Well, you can watch Carolyn Rademacher in the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, Japan, as she goes swimming for her native country of Germany. But Carolyn Rademacher, a 6-time All-American at this year's NCAA National Championships, her team finishing a program high 7th in Indianapolis. Carolyn, thanks for the time. Best of luck for everything. And again, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.